Hey y'all! So, I don't mean to Boursin you, but it's Cheese Friday, and as always, it's gonna be real Gouda. And if you're wondering, no, I'm never sorry about this intro. Never ever. Hey everyone, happy Cheese Friday. Welcome to Radical Geek YouTube. So, if you are new to the channel, know that every Friday we whip out some cheese and we do a little rundown on it. By that, we also go through like some of these typical review processes, which talk about the uh, hardness, which has several categories, the appearance, the smell, and then lastly, the taste. So we always go through those items, and we've actually gone through quite a lot of cheeses. So if you love cheese, go through some of our videos. So not only do we have cheese recipes, but we've really just been tasting a lot of interesting cheeses, sometimes some not so interesting cheeses. And this Friday is no different. I've actually picked up a product that a lot of you see probably in the grocery store, Boursin. And the one I have is shallot and chive. And you might wonder, why would I even pick something like that? Is that even cheese? What kind of snooty cheese person are you that you'd pick up this garbage? Well, surprise, just like our Baby Bells, it's real cheese. And it's not garbage. It's actually quite delightful. And it comes in these little teeny boxes. It is a little pricier than I would like, and I might tend to get better values out of maybe whipping some cream cheese with things, but every so often there's a good sale or things like that, and it is quite tasty, which we will demonstrate in a little bit. So it comes in this little box, and then it's wrapped in foil. It's a very soft cheese, so you got to be careful with it. Unwrap it and plop it onto my little dish here so you can see how that comes. And I'll tell you, I'm making a mess already. It's a good thing I've got a napkin. Just getting it here. I don't want to lose any of the cheese. So, wipe my fingers. Comes out and it looks right like this. So you can see it's nice and creamy. And when you cut it, you just use a regular little spreader. You know, we've gone through cheese tools before. This is one of our little butter spreaders because it's super soft, and I want you to be able to see that. I almost took it off the camera screen because I'm not in my studio. So yeah, you see it just scoops right out there. It's not sliceable. It's not nothing. It spreads. It's like soft whipped butter. So it's not for just chunking up and eating. Now, if you do want to put this on like your charcuterie, though, make sure that you've got something crunchy on there for it to spread on. Celery, crackers, pork rinds, the whole, whatever. All those fun stuff that we get. And it is delightful on there. Like I said in the past, I've had bries and goat cheese and schwiers all on there. And this is also another fun item to put on there, especially if you're having a nice party. And yes, I am at work. I know it's Friday at 4, got 9 million things to do, and no motivation to do any of them. I'm working on it. But I did think that it was getting to be like dinner time, and while I'm not going to go and eat like a whole bunch of this, I thought this was a good segue into it. So a little bit about this Boursin is that a lot of people do think it's not cheese. They think it's processed cheese food, like a American cheese, which one day we'll talk about as well, but not today. Or they think it's like super highly processed, and in fact, and some of it is the texture because it's very similar to like a whipped cream cheese, and because it's flavored. but actually those flavors are a nice mix in. It's literally just mixed into the cheese, and there's nothing hinky about them. Like if we take this one, it's pasteurized cultured milk and cream, salt, shallots, chives, green onions, potassium sorbate for a preservative, and dried milk. So yeah, all cheese things and some greens. Potassium sorbate is perfectly fine. There's no big whoop about it. There's no controversy over it. It's a great ingredient. It's natural. It does nothing uh, untoward. It's not inflammatory. It's great. So no worries. Nor does it really have health benefits, but it is a great preservative that doesn't have like any harmful side effects. So go Boursin. I will tell you that Boursin also, as I said before, a lot of people think it's goat cheese or cheddar, and it's not. It's actually a type of cheese called Gournay. You don't often see Gournay other than Boursin in the United States, but it does exist in other places and in other forms. It's actually a French version of cream cheese. And with that, Boursin is actually a cheese out of France, out of Normandy, actually. So, again, a lot of those misconceptions. And even though it does have that very white looking appearance like a goat cheese, just like cream cheese, it's still cow's milk. So, it's made from cow's milk. So, there we are with soft, and because it's flavored, the smell itself is very similar to like cream cheese, but really what you're smelling are the add-ins, the shallots and the chives. And it just smells very soft and delightfully fresh, which is a super nice thing to have, especially right now in the summer heat. I hope a lot of you are faring better than we are in Ohio. We're getting brownouts and power outages. I just heard a boom, so I'm going to pause for a second so my dog can bark. All right, anyway, so yeah, we've been having a lot of power issues, and it's been a wild little heat wave here for us. So uh, hopefully our power doesn't go out, since we just did hear like a series of booms. So that means transformers are going. Um, so now we have taste, and I just realized that I didn't bring things to taste this with. I don't want to just take a little hunk of it off the knife, although I could. But I have a better idea, because I didn't take this keto crate downstairs yet, nor did I let it go out to my family. Let's make this a twofer, Cheese Friday and a surprise product review. Let's oh, the Fat Snax, which we agreed, I think, when I did the keto crate review, that they would be acceptable. Let's see, 3 grams fiber, 5 grams carbs, 11 grams fat, 5 grams protein. Nothing too wild in the ingredients. We already read them. Watch the Keto Crate review and get the deep dive on that. So let's have a couple. Let's see. I know that if I were doing a real cheese tasting, I would have to just eat it plain and on its own. But you know what? I'm not a cheesemonger. I just like to eat cheese, so I can do what I want, and so can you. Let's see. So I've got a little bit on my cheese knife. We just put it on the cracker. Hey, the cracker's staying nice and sturdy. Okay, let's throw a little bit more on there so we get the full impact. You know, like a hearty piece of cheese. Oh, I wasn't very nice. What kind of food review is this? Let's hold the whole cracker. So they look nice. And they're cheddar, so cheddar with cream cheese is not a bad mix. So they look good, they look solid, and inside the bag, they are not all busted up. There's like 1 or 2 that are cracked in half, but for the most part, all the crackers are whole and intact. So sometimes I love things by Fat Snax, and other times I'm totally infuriated by their products. This one seems to be one of the winners, so let's try it. Mm. Mm. That is really tasty. So two reviews first. the Boursin. Admittedly, I love shallots and chives. And now there's something going on outside. Must have been serious booms. I apologize. I never expect this kind of thing. But, well, it is what it is. You know, it's real life. Anyways, wow. So the shallot and chive super comes through, but you still get that light freshness from the creaminess of the cheese, much more than you do with cream cheese, which is ironic since it's a French cream cheese. Very similar, but more light and fluffy. Really nice. And then I'm going to try one of the crackers just on their own to make sure that it wasn't just the cheese highlighting them and making them better than they really are. I found one of the broken ones. Yeah, they're fairly neutral. They're not as good as homemade Cheez-Its, but for almond flour crackers, not bad at all. I actually like the kind that I think maybe Two Crazy Ketos published part of it, even though I'd seen the recipe before. But literally just blending together the shredded cheese with a little bit of coconut or almond flour. I wonder if it would work if I used the whey protein isolate. Might be worth trying out. But you just basically blend it together and then you mush it and you roll it out flat and bake it off. Oh, you probably cut it first and then you bake it off and it makes little crackers. That's probably my preferred over this, but if you're looking for convenience, not terrible. I know a lot of people don't eat almond flour anymore, but once in a while, not an all the time thing. Sounds good to me. So that's your Cheese Friday. I 100% recommend the Boursin. It's real cheese, and it's actually really good cheese, high quality, despite what the rumor mill says. So get yourself some. Next time you see it on sale or on clearance, because it doesn't get bought as fast as some of the other high-end cheeses, pick it up. It's good. You have a great Friday. I will talk to you on Sunday night for the live stream with our really big, giant surprise. It's actually a very teeny surprise, but I think that you will enjoy it a lot. So I still don't know exactly what I'm cooking, though, to pair with it. I feel like it needs to be something special that should give you some extra incentive. Maybe it won't be special because the actual coffee surprise is going to be so spectacular. We'll see. Anyways, I look forward to talking to you and happy Cheese Friday. Bye bye.